Well, happy Saturday, everybody. Kind of a tough one if you're a Detroit Tigers fan. Classic last night. The Tigers and the Mariners, they went 15 innings last night, and the Tigers' bats went silent after about the sixth inning. Couldn't get anything across the plate. Bases loaded in the 12th. Opportunities to get one past them, but they couldn't do it. And the Mariners, in the bottom of the 15th inning, get the winning single. They win 3-2. They advance to the American League Championship Series starting tomorrow night against the Toronto Blue Jays. Wow, what a gut-wrenching way to end the year. The Tigers had a 15.5 game lead back in July. We talked about it. And then, of course, losing that lead, ending up losing the division to the Cleveland Guardians. Winning the wild card series, though, at Cleveland, 2-1. Then starting the best of 5 against Seattle. And they were able to win Game 4 to stave off elimination and go back to Seattle for Game 5. Tarik Skubal went 6 innings, 99 pitches. A.J. Hinch decided to take him out again, and they gave up the tying run in the 7th. The bats went silent, as we mentioned. Couldn't get anything going with runners in scoring position. Again, the bases loaded in the 12th. I know there was 2 outs when they walked the bases loaded, but Detroit had runners on first and third with an opportunity to get that game winning, or actually runners on second and third with 1 out with an opportunity to get the go-ahead run in. Couldn't cash in. So the Tigers end up falling 1 game short of the American League Championship Series again, losing 3-2 in 15 innings to the Seattle Mariners. So congratulations to the Mariners. That's going to be a fun series with them and the Blue Jays as they do battle. Starting tomorrow night, Sunday, Game 1 of the American League Championship Series. And if you're a Tigers fan now, all you can do is think what could have been. And, you can place the blame all around if you want. You can say maybe Scott Harris not doing more at the deadline. I'm still not going to go down that rabbit hole. I'm not going to put the blame on him. The Tigers, maybe they overachieved. I'm not sure. They got hot at the beginning of the year, played off of that hot streak they had towards the end of last year where they made that incredible run just to get to the playoffs and then beating Houston in the wild card round and falling to Cleveland in the divisional series last year. They got hot, and then after the All-Star break, the bats went silent. Yeah, the bullpen let them down a few times, but I'm going to put some of the blame, though, if not most of it. I just am still not sold on the A.J. Hinch theory of pulling their starters after 6 innings. You got a thoroughbred like Tarik Skubal, only at 99 pitches, and you pull him after 6 innings. You got Casey Mize, who you like to pitch pull after 57 pitches, or maybe 64 pitches. Now, I know it didn't cost him in Game 4, but I still think that may have been a reason why the Tigers lost yesterday. Now, you're thinking, okay, let's sign Skubal to that massive contract. But I'm going to tell you right now, Detroit won't sign Skubal until potentially after the end of next year. With Scott Boras as his agent, they're not going to sign him to any extension. And with the end of the CBA coming up after the end of the 2026 season, I think there's going to be a lockout. There's going to be a strike. So we're not going to get Skubal signed to a long-term deal until after his contract expires after the 2026 season and after they come up with some kind of a solution, a new CBA, because with the salary cap that the owners want and, the players don't want it, we're looking at it's going to be ugly after the 2026 season. So they're not going to lock up Skubal until then. So I say bring up the young guns next year. Let's see what they've got. But with that being said, it still was an exciting season. A heartbreaking way to finish it, an instant classic. 15 innings last night. The Mariners win against the Tigers 3-2. So on to the ALCS for the Mariners, and the Tigers again will have to wait till next year, see if they can make that next step to the ALCS and potentially back to the World Series.